Part two. Last video, I talked about the 24 peace plan, starting with Zelensky. There's a benefit for Zelensky to take the deal, and there's a deal to where there would be no prosecutions in the future. Now, Putin, um, I will say this about Vladimir Putin. Vladimir Putin does not is not going to go for there's some points in there he's not going to go for the U.S., the Trump administration. Steve Witkoff, I think he wrote the deal. He's been going back and forth to Russia. Steve Witkoff understands Russia better than anybody in the U.S. And so Steve Witkoff, uh, definitely better than Mr. Kellogg. Mr. Kellogg, I'm hearing, is going to resign in January, and he needs to because he's been lying to Donald Trump about the whole Ukraine war. As far as Steve Witkoff, he's been talking to Putin. He's been talking to Putin directly, and I believe Sergei Lavrov. Well, Sergei Lavrov's been talking to Marco Rubio, but Steve Witkoff has been talk. He's talked to Putin directly several times, and so um, Steve Witkoff has the best understanding of Russia's stance, what Russia wants, what Russia demands are. This is important because Russia is winning the war. Um, oh, okay, that's not me. I'm working for Asphalt Enterprise today, Bells Ferry Road. Okay, so anywho, um, Steve Witkoff has been going, like I said, directly talking to Putin, and as you know, Sergei Lavrov, along with Putin, have been saying there are underlining issues that started this whole war, as it's not about territory, but it is about um, demilitarization and denazification, which they're achieving on the battlefield as we speak. And so, um, if this war continues, the longer it goes on, the more it works in Russia's favor. But Russia is still willing to come to the table, and it seemed like Europe is Europe and Ukraine are not working towards. When I say Europe and Ukraine, I'm talking about the governments are not working towards peace, but making the war go longer, thinking that they will weaken Russia. And it seems like it's backfiring. What it's doing is backfiring because Russia has way more people, way more resources, and way more time, apparently, because of uh, Putin's approval rating compared to Macron, compared to Stromer, it's compared to all the NATO European leaders, including Trump. I'll put that in there, including Trump. His approval rating is not as good as Vladimir Putin's. And so now Trump's approval rating is better than all the European leaders, but it is still tanking because of the whole Marta Taylor Greene situation, because of the Venezuela situation, the speedboats, and all that stuff. So Trump approval rating is not as good as Putin's. Putin's right now, everybody in Russia is saying, yeah, let's. Now, there's a lot of people that want to end the war quick. They are growing weary of the war, and this is understandable on both sides. However, the more longer it takes, the more resources are drained from NATO, not only Ukraine, but NATO. And this is why Trump, being a businessman, wants to pull out. Trump is looking at this and he's like, yo, man, this is costing us. This is costing America dearly, and so he's looking at the financial aspect of this. Um, European leaders are looking at their political careers, and this is why they want to keep the war going because the only reason they thing that keeps them in power is the war. Oh, well, Russia. Oh, and so once the war ends, then the people are looking at these European leaders are like, well, where did our money go? Well, now the scandal is out. The scandal with the money, with the corruption and all that, it's out now, which gives Donald Trump an off ramp to leave now. So he said, look, man, we sent the money and look what they did with the money. So the scandal is out there. So now this allows Trump to ease on out the door. This allows Trump to ease on out the door. And not only is he allowing himself to ease out the door, he's giving in this peace, 12-point peace plan to allow Zelensky to ease out the door. Let me say that again. He is allowing Zelensky to ease out the door. Now, what Zelensky is going to have to do, and I'm sure he's talked to Trump about it with the whole Azov regime and all that, um, which is not allowing Zelensky to make peace with Russia. They're going to have to eliminate whatever deep state forces there are in Ukraine in order for Zelensky to take the deal. Because I'm almost positive Zelensky wants to take the deal. But the bad part about this whole ordeal is that not only are the Azov elements in the government not allowing Zelensky to take this peace, but Europe also. See, I don't know what type of hold Europe has over Zelensky. But the thing is, Europe can't make a move without America, and Trump is trying to ease his way out the back door. He's trying to ease his way out the back door. So um, he doesn't want this to be another Afghanistan or, yeah, another Afghanistan, which with Biden, that was under Biden when he pulled out was horrible. And so Trump doesn't want that pent on him as far as the Ukrainian loss. I mean, yeah, I mean, fair enough when Trump said it wasn't his war, but it is his war now. It's all about Trump making the right decisions right now. So, yeah, got you, Trump, and understand when you say, well, it's Biden's war, it's not my war. Understand that, but it is your war now. So now you have to make the right decision, and I see you're trying to ease out the back door. So kudos to Trump for that, trying to ease out the back door because, again, this war cannot be won by Ukraine. It's not won. Russia's already won. So now what Russia's trying to do is trying to win peace. They've won the war, so now they're trying to just get back into normal relations with the U.S. and actually Russia wants to do business with Europe. Even though Europe is kicking and fighting and biting, and you know, um, Putin is going to weigh out the European regimes as of right now and just weigh them out. And um, I guess their terms are going to be up, or I don't know what's going to happen. You you thought me something because media makes it sound so bad. Um, well, let's analyze what is the media, or let's analyze what the media is saying. So yeah, it's bad because they wanted Ukraine to win. They wanted Russia to lose. So yeah, they're gonna say if your team's not winning, you're gonna come like it's bad news. Like relax and talk sports. It's like your favorite. It's like your favorite team, and they're losing. You're only gonna say bad things because your team didn't win. And same with the fake stream media. The media is gonna say bad things because their team didn't win. Their team, being Ukraine, didn't win the war. And they kept lying and saying that Ukraine was winning. Now they got to save face. And so now they got to spin it and say all the negative things about this war when, yeah, Russia's won. They can't say Russia won with a smile on their face. They got egg on their face now. They got egg on their face, egg on their hair, egg on their scalp. They got egg, you know, they got egg on their face. And so now they got to make it sound as much doom and gloom as they possibly can. And, you know, apparently truck drivers are driving crazy this morning. Apparently, they have to make it sound as negative as possible to distract y'all from the lies that they have told because they had to keep lying. So now they're going to their plan B, which is to make it look as horrible as possible. But yeah, it's horrible for Ukraine because they lost. It's horrible for the people who invested against Russia. They lost. So yeah, of course it's going to sound bad, but but are you still there? I hope this thing didn't cut off again. I'm gonna have to do a part three. Damn. Did it cut off? But thanks for the like, Relax Talk Sport. I don't know if you're still there. Okay, y'all. Let me. This is the second video. I don't even know if I'm gonna get a third notification, but that's my take. And I'll watch the news today. But yeah, the 24 is probably dead on arrival. It's not about Europe. It's about Zelensky. But Zelensky, Trump has set up a back door for Zelensky to get out of this without going to jail. So we'll see. We'll see. I don't know if Zelensky will take the deal or not. If he doesn't, and that's the last call for Zelensky, man. Last call. This is a good out for Zelensky. Maybe there's a back door where everybody won't know, but Zelensky, I don't know, man. I don't know. But we'll wait and see, and I will do a video on that. With that being